Check out shares of United Health topping the tape today after crushing the street's earnings and revenue expectations before the bell, while raising full-year guidance. Strong earnings report might be just one of two potential major catalysts for the stock, the next being Democratic presidential primary debate. That is tonight. And healthcare, namely Medicare for All, is likely to take center stage. So what do we make of today's move, and what should investors expect from tonight's debate? And I think the real question is, here you have an example of the fundamentals for this company look great, and yet there are these political headwinds. And so which do you say will reign supreme when it comes to the price action?
You would hope it's fundamentals, because the political stuff is just rhetoric. And you're going to maybe hear it tonight, maybe you won't. Maybe there'll just be a war on capitalism tonight. Who knows? But to answer your original question, I mean, it's justified. And we've talked about United Health for a while. I'm surprised it's taken this long, quite frankly, in terms of getting to these levels. And I still think there's room on the upside. But at its trough, at 13 times forward earnings, at a company that historically trades close to 18, it's just too cheap. And I think this earnings results tells you exactly what you need to know.
Well, it's interesting. You know, when you talk about the run this stock has had from the November 2016 election to its highs last year, the stock nearly doubled. And that was on a lot of politics, right? A lot of regulatory and issues being taken away. And so when you think about the downtrend the stock has been in over the last year or so, maybe it makes sense tonight. I think you'll see a lot of these candidates on a very crowded stage move more towards the center rather than further to the left, which is that Medicare for All. And these stocks should kind of get a bit of a lift on that, I think, over time, unless Warren and Sanders make it very clear that they become the front runners, then these stocks have some issues.
But the stock, sorry, Karen.
Well, no, I've long some Anthem. I had sold some before. I mean, I'd sort of be. This was really good news today. If their medical loss ratio is anything similar to the kind of progress that United Health has, that's great. It's cheap on fundamentals. It's cheap to itself. I think it's also priced in a lot of the Warren-Sanders rise. If they end up being very strong tonight and the stock trades down tomorrow, I think that would be a good opportunity to buy it.
It just seems to me the stock is trading on fundamentals. I mean, how could the stock be rallying on unexpected politics that it doesn't know about? The stock was concerned. Investors were concerned about 2020. This is a company that gave 13% growth for 2020 and basically said this. We think this is very conservative. So you can't tell me that the stock is moving because they feel better about the political, story behind this company. They feel better about the fundamentals, which I think you can't discount the importance of that really being the story. I think that's what we're all saying, because Guy said the politics are going to be what they are. But UNH was trading down as much about uncertainty about their core business, I think, related to their business now, and that may change in 2020. But I stay along the stock.